like a quiet shift in atmosphere, or a sense that people are paying more attention than before. These feelings can be unsettling, but they often come from heightened awareness, stress, or simply being more sensitive to changes around you. When our mind is focused on uncertainty, it can start connecting normal events into patterns that feel bigger or more meaningful than they really are. At the same time, it is also natural to notice when people from your past or your environment react differently toward you. Sometimes individuals do reflect on others' progress or presence, but this is usually ordinary curiosity, comparison, or memory, rather than anything deeper or hidden. Most people are focused on their own lives far more than we realize, even if it does not always feel that way in the moment. If you have been experiencing restlessness or overthinking, it may help to ground yourself in what is directly in front of you: your daily routine, your relationships, and the things you can actually confirm rather than assume. The mind often fills silence with stories when things feel uncertain, but those stories are not always accurate reflections of reality. What truly matters is your present path and how you care for your own stability, focus, and well-being. Instead of searching for hidden watchers or secret meanings, it is more helpful to return attention to what you can control and build. Life becomes clearer when we reduce interpretation and focus on what is real, steady, and verifiable in your own experience. Top of form, bottom of form. Someone who once underestimated you has realized you were never ordinary. You are the one chosen to see what others ignored. Hold on and stay with me. The truth is surfacing not to scare you, but to free you. The curtain that hid intentions, plans, and silent judgments is being torn apart. You'll notice small signs, unexpected messages, names appearing again, faces you haven't seen for months suddenly resurfacing. These are not accidents. They are confirmations that the watcher has been exposed. Heaven is revealing motives that were never pure. And listen carefully. The energy around you is shifting because divine forces are rearranging the pieces. You might feel like you're standing still, but in the unseen realm, everything connected to your destiny is being reordered. The one who watched will now have to watch you rise. The one who tried to read your story will now have to face the author of it. Stay till the end, my child, because what's about to unfold next will make you understand why it all had to happen this way. The watchers thought you were unaware, but heaven made you silent on purpose, so truth could echo louder than any voice. Something bigger is coming, something you were never meant to miss. Don't skip. The truth is walking toward you now. My beloved child, hold on and stay with me. The atmosphere around you has started to tremble, because the hidden eyes that once studied you in silence are now being forced into the open. The universe is rearranging itself, pulling back the curtains on every secret conversation, every unspoken plan, every silent intention that was once whispered behind your back. This is not coincidence, it's revelation. You see, there was a time when people smiled in front of you but documented your every move in silence. They wanted to understand the secret behind your light, the reason your energy couldn't be broken. They watched not out of admiration but confusion. How could you keep standing when everything around you tried to collapse? But now, the watchers' confusion has turned into exposure. Their curiosity is turning into consequence. Don't skip. What's coming next will leave you breathless. My child, heaven has started exposing the layers of truth like pages in a sacred book. Someone who thought they could study you from a distance will soon face the realization that heaven was studying them all along. Every hidden motive, every secret jealousy, every whispered plan is being pulled to the surface like ink rising from water. The truth doesn't whisper anymore, it thunders. Stay till the end, because the moment of revelation is unfolding even as you listen. Hold on and stay with me, because what's about to happen next will rewrite the narrative. The watcher who once hid in shadows is losing their cover. Their energy can't hide from the divine light that now surrounds you. You will begin to notice unexpected patterns, a sudden apology, a name that reappears after a long time, a person who suddenly avoids your presence. Sometimes life gives you moments that feel like signals, making you reflect more deeply on what is real and what is changing around you. Over time, situations become clearer, and you begin to notice people and intentions with better understanding. What once felt confusing slowly starts to make sense as you grow stronger and more aware. There comes a point where you realize that not everyone understood your journey, and some people underestimated your potential, while others quietly respected your resilience. As you move forward, life naturally shifts you from being overlooked to being seen more clearly for who you are becoming. This is not about sudden revelation, but about steady growth that allows truth to unfold in its own time. You may notice that conversations, relationships, and opportunities begin to reflect your inner transformation. The more grounded you become, the less affected you are by misunderstanding or doubt. Instead of reacting, you begin responding with calm confidence. This stage of life often brings a quiet turning point where you stop seeking validation and start trusting your own direction. People may still have different opinions, but you no longer lose yourself in them. What matters most is that you continue building, creating, and moving forward with patience and clarity. Over time, what is meant for you aligns naturally, and what is not fades without force. You grow into a space where peace, purpose, and self-respect guide your steps, and you realize that your path was never hidden, only unfolding at the right pace. The light of truth is too strong to be covered anymore. Don't skip, because the next few seconds will make everything around you clearer than ever before. You were never meant to be ordinary. That's why you attracted so many silent observers. They watched you, not because they cared, but because they couldn't understand how your light still burns after so many storms. Some took your silence as weakness, not realizing that silence was your weapon, a divine shield that kept you untouchable. And now, my child, the moment has come when that silence will speak louder than any noise. Hold on and stay with me. There's something powerful about to be revealed. The watcher who thought you wouldn't notice has been caught in their own reflection. Their eyes are trembling now, because truth has cornered them. Every secret they tried to bury, every lie they hid behind polite gestures, is surfacing one by one. The same mirror they used to study you is now showing them who they really are. The universe has flipped its gaze. My beloved, this exposure isn't meant to hurt you, it's meant to free you. Heaven is setting the stage for your transformation. You are walking into a chapter where everything fake falls away, and only truth remains. You might notice sudden distance from certain people, unexpected silence from familiar voices. That's heaven's way of saying, you are being protected, while they are being exposed. Wait and stay with me, because this is where destiny turns in your favor. Those who once whispered your name in judgment are now whispering it in awe. Those who doubted your vision are realizing you were guided all along. Every watcher who thought they had power over your story will soon realize that they were never the author. You were the main character, written by divine design. The spotlight they feared to see on you is now shining brighter than ever before. Stay till the end, because this part of your life isn't about revenge, it's about revelation. The truth is not your enemy, it's your freedom. You are being lifted higher, beyond the reach of small minds and hidden motives. Heaven is clearing your path, removing the watchers, and preparing witnesses. The difference is clear. Watchers observe, witnesses testify. You're stepping into the season where heaven itself will testify for you. My beloved child, hold on and stay with me. You've reached the moment where the hidden story starts revealing itself. What was whispered behind closed doors is echoing in the open now. The same eyes that once studied you from the shadows are trembling because they never expected the light to find them. Heaven has decided that enough is enough. Every false smile, every quiet deception, every unspoken envy is being pulled to the surface. Don't skip, because what's unfolding now is your breakthrough disguised as revelation. For too long, you've walked through rooms filled with quiet watchers, people who pretended to celebrate you, but secretly analyzed every step you took. They smiled when you were weak and acted blind when you were strong. But now, heaven has reversed the lens. Those who watched are now being watched. Those who observed are being observed by truth itself. The roles have switched, and you, my child, are finally standing in divine clarity. Wait and stay with me, because the truth is unfolding in a way you've never seen before. Small coincidences are starting to form patterns. A familiar face suddenly avoids your gaze. A message arrives at the perfect time, revealing more than it says. That's not random. That's heaven letting you read between the lines. The watchers are revealing themselves not through their words, but through their energy. They can't hide anymore, because the vibration of truth is louder than their silence. My beloved, don't let confusion distract you. What's happening is divine alignment. People are being repositioned. The fake ones are fading out. The real ones are stepping forward. Heaven is not exposing to embarrass, it's exposing to protect. Every mask that falls is making space for genuine connection, real loyalty, true love, and unfiltered peace. You are being moved out of the crowd of spectators into a circle of believers. Hold on and stay with me. This exposure is not the end. It's the beginning of your new visibility. You were hidden for a reason, and now you're being revealed for a purpose. The same watchers who doubted you will become witnesses to your rise. The same people who studied your pain will now study your victory. What was once secret is about to be shouted in your favor. My child, stay till the end. The truth is not against you, it's for you. The energy around you is clearing so fast that even the air feels lighter. Doors that were locked by deceit are opening with grace. The hands that once tried to hold you back are releasing without choice. The truth is rewriting your atmosphere, cleansing your path, and positioning you for something massive. Don't skip, because the next moment holds the proof that heaven has been working in silence all along. There comes a point in life when things that once felt uncertain begin to settle, and you start to see your journey with more clarity. What once felt like silence or delay often turns out to be a period of preparation, where you were quietly building strength without even realizing it. Over time, you notice that attention, opinions, and misunderstandings lose their power over you, because you are no longer defining yourself through them. Instead, you begin to understand your own path more clearly, and that understanding brings a steady sense of confidence. People may have once misread your intentions or underestimated your growth, but as you continue forward, your progress becomes visible in natural and undeniable ways. This is not about sudden reversals or dramatic shifts, but about gradual transformation that speaks through consistency, patience, and resilience. You reach a stage where you no longer feel the need to explain your journey to everyone, because your actions begin to reflect your direction more clearly than words ever could. What once felt heavy starts to feel lighter, not because the past disappears, but because you have learned how to carry it differently. With time, you respond to life with more calmness, less reaction, and greater awareness of what truly matters. You begin to focus on growth, creation, and forward movement instead of looking back. Even challenges start to feel like lessons rather than obstacles. Slowly, you realize that your life has been unfolding step by step, guiding you toward a stronger, more grounded version of yourself, where peace, clarity, and purpose naturally take their place in your everyday direction, helping you move forward with quiet strength and steady hope. Wait and stay with me, because heaven is about to show you why everything had to happen exactly this way. My beloved, the truth isn't coming to hurt you, it's coming to honor you. Every injustice, every misunderstanding, every fake alliance that tried to attach itself to you is being pulled out by its roots. This is your cleansing season. You're not losing people, You're losing illusions. You're not being isolated, you're being selected. The divine spotlight is shifting, and for the first time, the focus is on you. Hold on, and stay with me. Heaven is positioning you in a way that no human plan could have arranged. The same watchers who underestimated you will soon have to speak your name with respect. You'll see them, not with bitterness, but with clarity, realizing that they were instruments to make you stronger. Every hidden truth is becoming visible, and you will stand in front of it not as a victim, but as proof that divine protection is real. My child, stay till the end, because your chapter of observation is closing, and your chapter of recognition is opening. There will be moments where the people who once analyzed you will come forward, confessing things they never said out loud. They will admit what they saw, what they felt, and what they tried to hide. And in that moment, you will understand. You were never being watched for destruction. You were being watched for destiny. This is the divine reversal. You are not under scrutiny anymore. You are under grace. The eyes that once sought to find fault in you will now find favor upon you. The truth is not a threat. It's your testimony. The world will soon see what heaven saw in you all along. So don't move, my beloved. Wait and stay with me. The light that once exposed others is now revealing your greatness. The watchers are gone, but the witnesses remain. Something extraordinary is about to rise from your story, and the truth, once hidden, is now your crown. My beloved child, hold on and stay with me. The light that once revealed others is now wrapping itself around you, announcing your arrival into a higher space of truth. The watchers are restless because they can no longer operate in the shadows. Their comfort in secrecy has ended, and their silence has turned into visible discomfort. The truth they avoided is standing in front of them, radiant, undeniable, divine. Don't skip, because what's coming next will show you why heaven chose this exact moment to lift the veil. You've noticed the changes, haven't you? The people who once called daily now avoid your presence. The ones who used to observe from a distance suddenly seem uneasy in your light. That's not coincidence, that's exposure. The spiritual atmosphere has shifted, and it's no longer allowing the hidden to remain hidden. Wait and stay with me, because heaven doesn't expose to embarrass, it exposes to elevate. This is your transition, from being watched to being witnessed. The truth that's unfolding now is layered. It's not just about people, it's about energy. The unseen frequencies that tried to watch, copy, or drain you. Heaven has cut the connection. What once felt heavy is now dissolving. You may even feel an unusual calm, as if something invisible finally left the room. That's the sign. The watchers have been removed. The air is clearer because heaven cleaned it for you. My beloved, this is your era of illumination. The light that surrounds you now carries authority. It demands truth and rejects pretenders. Every person in your circle is being spiritually tested. Only the pure can remain. Don't panic when people fade away. Heaven isn't subtracting, it's purifying. The watchers can't survive in this new vibration, because your soul now vibrates at the frequency of revelation. Hold on and stay with me. The truth is about to make its entrance in ways you can't predict. A message, a call, a confession, something unexpected will surface soon. It will connect every dot that once confused you. You'll see how heaven orchestrated this from the start, making sure every eye that once watched you from the dark now watches your rise in the light. Stay till the end, my child. You're not the observed anymore, you're the chosen. The truth that once seemed heavy is now your liberation song. The same watchers who once studied your fall will now stand stunned at your transformation. The truth isn't chasing you, it's walking beside you, clearing your name, rewriting your story, and preparing your crown. Over time, life naturally brings moments of clarity, where situations that once felt confusing begin to make more sense. You start to understand people's actions, not through fear or imagination, but through experience and perspective. What once seemed overwhelming or emotionally heavy slowly becomes easier to observe with calmness and distance. This shift often comes from personal growth rather than external events, as you learn to respond instead of react, and to focus on what you can control rather than what you cannot. In that process, you also begin to realize that not every situation is meant to be interpreted as a sign or message. Sometimes, people act out of their own thoughts, limitations, or circumstances, and those actions don't necessarily define your direction or future. As your awareness grows, you become more grounded in reality, choosing clarity over speculation and peace over overthinking. This helps you protect your mental space and maintain emotional balance. You may also notice that growth often feels quiet rather than dramatic. It shows up in how you think, how you make decisions, and how you carry yourself through challenges. Instead of focusing on hidden meanings or unseen forces, you begin to value consistency, learning, and forward movement in your own life. That shift creates a stronger sense of stability and self-trust. Eventually, you understand that your path is shaped more by your actions, habits, and choices than by external watchers or imagined narratives. What truly matters is how you continue to grow, how you treat others, and how you move forward with patience and responsibility. In that steady progress, you find a more real and lasting sense of peace and direction. They will watch you rise with the same intensity they once used to measure your fall. The same eyes that searched for your flaws will now be blinded by your favor. That's what happens when heaven decides to turn observation into revelation. Nothing remains hidden, and everything starts aligning. Don't skip. The energy around you is transforming, silently, powerfully. You might feel peace where chaos used to live, or closure where confusion used to reign. That's not coincidence. That's the truth anchoring itself in your life. You're stepping into a realm where clarity reigns over assumption, and authenticity replaces performance. Heaven is saying, you've passed the test. The Watchers served their purpose. Now, your purpose begins. Stay till the end, my child, because this part is divine closure. You won't have to explain yourself, prove yourself, or defend your name. Truth will do that for you. It will travel ahead of you, speaking on your behalf, clearing paths you couldn't see, and lifting you higher than you dared to dream. So breathe deeply, lift your head, and remember, you were never truly watched. You were divinely guarded. The truth is no longer being exposed. It has already been declared. And those who once studied your silence will now study your success. Hold on, and stay with me till the end. Because this is the moment where your story turns into glory. My beloved child, hold on, and stay with me. You are standing on sacred ground. The moment when everything hidden turns into revelation. The Watchers who once observed you in silence are now speechless. They are realizing the power that protected you was never ordinary. It wasn't luck, it wasn't chance, it was divine orchestration. The truth is not just being revealed around you, it's being broadcast through you. Don't skip, because the next few moments will open your eyes to something extraordinary. There was a reason heaven allowed certain people to watch you. They weren't meant to destroy you, they were meant to witness the transformation they could never stop. They studied your movements, they tracked your energy, they tried to decode your peace, but they missed the source behind it. It was heaven all along. Wait, and stay with me, because this is the part where everything that was unclear begins to make sense. The Watchers were never ahead of you, they were behind, trying to understand what divine speed looks like. They thought they were observing your next step, not realizing that heaven had already moved you 10 steps ahead. Every eye that once followed you out of curiosity is now blinking in disbelief. You've shifted dimensions without announcing it. That's how grace operates, quietly, consistently, and completely. My beloved, This exposure is not just about who was watching, it's about who is watching now. The universe is watching your courage. Across every difficult season of life, there comes a moment when you finally recognize how much strength you've been carrying all along. For a long time, it may have felt as though your efforts existed in silence, unnoticed by the people around you, and unappreciated by those who only saw the surface of your journey. What they didn't see were the private battles, the quiet decisions to keep going, and the countless moments when you chose hope over discouragement. They didn't witness the determination it took to move forward when progress seemed invisible. Yet those experiences were shaping something important within you. Strength is rarely built in front of an audience. It develops in ordinary days, during uncertain moments, and through challenges that test your patience and character. Looking back, you may realize that the very experiences that once felt unfair became the foundation of your growth. The setbacks taught resilience. The waiting taught patience. The uncertainty taught trust in your ability to adapt and continue. Now, as you move into a new chapter, there is a growing sense of clarity about who you are and what you've overcome. The story is no longer focused on what stood in your way. It is focused on what helped you become stronger. The lessons remain, but they no longer define you through pain. Instead, they reveal your capacity to endure, learn, and rise above circumstances that once seemed impossible. That realization alone is powerful, because it reminds you that your future is not limited by your past. It is shaped by the strength, wisdom, and perspective you gained while moving through it. My child, heaven has flipped the story. The ones who observed your pain will now observe your power. The same eyes that once looked down on you will now look up to you. The truth doesn't just expose the watchers, it redeems the watched. You are being crowned, not with fame, but with purpose. You are becoming the living example of what divine justice looks like when heaven decides the truth can no longer wait. Hold on and stay with me. The truth has a sound, and it's beginning to echo through every area of your life. It's entering conversations you'll never hear, it's changing opinions you'll never address, and it's restoring your name in rooms where you were once misunderstood. That's how heaven works, silently correcting what others misread. Every hidden watcher is now realizing that their observation was never control. It was curiosity watching destiny unfold. Don't skip, my beloved. The atmosphere around you is glowing with divine exposure, not to humiliate, but to illuminate. What once happened in shadows will now be told in light. You are the story that heaven wrote in invisible ink, and now the ink is glowing for the world to see. The watchers who thought they knew your ending will now witness a new beginning they never expected. Stay till the end, because heaven is not done yet. The same truth that exposed the watchers is now preparing to reward you. Everything you lost in silence will return multiplied. Every misunderstanding will turn into validation. Every eye that watched you with judgment will now watch you with awe. The light that was once hidden inside you is now shining in full brilliance. So breathe, my beloved. You are no longer being watched, you are being revealed. The truth is not chasing you, it's carrying you higher. The watchers are fading, the truth is rising, and heaven is celebrating your becoming. Hold on and stay with me till the end, because your story, once observed, has now become divine history. My beloved child, hold on and stay with me. You've reached the grand moment, the conclusion where everything finally connects. The watchers have gone silent, because truth has taken the stage. What once hid in whispers now stands in brilliance. Heaven waited for this moment to show you that nothing was ever lost, nothing was ever wasted, and every unseen observation was recorded by divine eyes long before human eyes tried to copy it. Don't skip, because what's coming now will seal your understanding forever. For a long time, you thought being watched was a curse. You felt the heaviness of unseen attention, the quiet pressure of eyes that never spoke yet always lingered. But heaven turns every burden into purpose. Those eyes that followed you were unknowingly witnessing divine evolution. You were being shaped while they were studying. You were being prepared while they were pretending. Wait and stay with me, because this revelation will shift the way you see your entire past. The Watchers were never ahead of you. They were behind the timeline of grace. They saw the version of you that was still becoming. They didn't see the one heaven was building in secret, the version that walks with clarity, wisdom, and peace that can't be shaken. That's why they're quiet now. The truth they feared has become undeniable. You were chosen, covered, and guided all along. Every eye that once analyzed you is now blinded by your light. My beloved, hold on and stay with me. The truth has completed its work. It has cleared your path, restored your dignity, and rewritten your narrative. You are no longer being defined by what they saw. You are being defined by what heaven declared. The Watcher's season has expired, and a new season has begun. A season of divine exposure, where your purpose shines brighter than their curiosity ever could. Don't skip. Feel this moment deeply. The same energy that once surrounded you with confusion now surrounds you with confirmation. The same silence that once felt lonely now feels peaceful, because it's not emptiness, it's clarity. The truth has become your atmosphere, your armor, your identity. You've gone from being a mystery they couldn't understand to becoming a miracle they can't explain. Stay till the end, my child, because this isn't just an ending, it's the awakening. You are stepping into a space where only authenticity survives. The Watchers who once waited for your fall are now forced to watch your rise, and heaven made sure you didn't have to lift a finger. The truth fought for you, defended you, and revealed you without your effort. So, lift your head high, breathe deeply, and walk forward knowing this. The watching has ended. The hiding has ended. The pretending has ended. In the end, the most powerful realization was not about what other people thought of you, but about what their observations revealed regarding your own growth. Looking back, many moments that once felt confusing now seem connected by a common thread. The attention you noticed, the questions people asked, the curiosity that occasionally surrounded you, none of it necessarily pointed to judgment or criticism. More often, it reflected the fact that people recognized qualities within you that stood out. They saw resilience during difficult seasons, determination when circumstances became challenging, and a willingness to keep moving forward even when progress felt slow. Over time, those qualities became visible to others whether you intended them to or not. The conversation eventually shifted away from external opinions and toward a deeper understanding of personal development. Those listening agreed that growth often happens quietly before it becomes visible. People may observe the results long before they understand the effort that created them. What appeared to be ordinary persistence from your perspective may have looked like remarkable strength from someone else's. That realization brought a new sense of clarity. Instead of focusing on who was watching or what they might have been thinking, the discussion centered on the progress you have made and the lessons you have carried with you. The conclusion was both simple and encouraging. The qualities that help a person grow are often the same qualities that inspire respect in others. Sometimes, the journey itself becomes evidence of how far someone has come, even when they are too focused on moving forward to fully recognize it themselves. The confusion is gone. The masks are gone. The silence has turned into clarity. Every watcher who thought they could predict your story is now standing in awe, realizing that heaven writes in invisible ink, and only now, under the light of revelation, can they see the real script. Don't skip. This isn't just exposure, it's elevation. Heaven has watched you handle betrayal with grace, misunderstanding with patience, and silence with strength. That's why you're now being lifted above everything that once tried to study you. The Watchers are no longer a threat, they're an audience. The truth has become your spotlight, and grace has become your stage. Stay till the end, my beloved. This part is the coronation. You are no longer the observed, you are the anointed. The same eyes that once tried to analyze you will now admire you. The same energy that once followed you in envy will now bow in respect. You've moved from being watched to being celebrated. The truth that once frightened you now fights for you. So stand tall, my child. The watchers have faded, but your light remains. What was once secret is now sacred. The truth is no longer chasing you, it's surrounding you. Every moment of your story, the pain, the silence, the watching, was preparation for this revelation. Hold on and stay with me till the end, because the truth has done its work, and heaven has crowned you with victory beyond visibility. My beloved child, hold on and stay with me. What's happening right now is divine completion. The final act in a story heaven has been writing quietly through your life. The watchers who once hid in the shadows are standing in disbelief, realizing that the one they underestimated was never alone. Every moment they thought you were vulnerable, heaven was strengthening your spirit in silence. Don't skip, because this moment isn't just an ending, it's a revelation in motion. You see, my child, heaven allowed the watchers not to harm you, but to reveal you. The same people who studied your weakness unknowingly witnessed your transformation. They watched you walk through heartbreak and loss, not realizing those were your refining fires. They thought they were spectators, but heaven turned them into silent witnesses of your becoming. Wait and stay with me, because this realization will make your heart see how every shadow worked in your favor. Every watcher had a purpose. The envious ones revealed who you should never trust again. The curious ones reflected the power of your light. And the silent ones, the ones who only watched but never spoke, showed heaven exactly who was not meant to continue with you. Every gaze that was fixed on you helped heaven redirect your destiny. What they meant for observation, heaven used for elevation. Hold on and stay with me. The truth is not done revealing itself yet. The more you rise, the clearer it becomes who was for you and who was against you. But here's the miracle. You don't need revenge, because revelation is enough. Heaven's justice doesn't shout, it shines. Evolving through life's challenges often brings a powerful kind of clarity. There comes a point when confusion begins to fade, and situations that once felt complicated suddenly make more sense. People, habits, and circumstances that no longer align with your growth may naturally drift away, not because of punishment or destiny, but because change is a normal part of every meaningful journey. As you continue moving forward, you may notice that your attention is shifting away from the opinions, judgments, and expectations of others, and toward a deeper understanding of your own values and purpose. Those who have observed your path, whether closely or from a distance, may begin to recognize the resilience, patience, and determination that carried you through difficult seasons. Growth has a way of revealing itself over time, often surprising both the person experiencing it and the people around them. There is no need to compare yourself with anyone else or prove your worth through competition. Every individual possesses unique strengths, experiences, and contributions that cannot be measured against someone else's story. What truly matters is the progress you have made, the lessons you have learned, and the character you have developed along the way. A new chapter often begins quietly, marked not by dramatic announcements, but by steady confidence and renewed direction. The challenges that once demanded so much of your attention gradually lose their power as you gain perspective and wisdom. Stand with confidence in the person you are becoming, knowing that growth is not an accident, but the result of consistent effort, reflection, and grace. Your journey serves as a reminder that meaningful change takes time, and that some of life's most rewarding moments arrive when preparation and opportunity finally meet.